Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. I've got my hedge trimmer here, still hs86r. As you can see, it's got a broken handle. Now, me being me, in my wisdom, I thought I've got another handle in my shed. Let's see if we can make it fit. I managed to get all of the components to work, screwed it all together, had another cable which is in the bag there, and bolted it all together. Cable was too long for the carburetor, and the hole on the handle was too big, so it was all sloppy. But I gave up with that and I ordered a new one. It was only 17 quid on Amazon, so I just thought I'd show you how to fit that on there. So how ironic is that? I'm trying to teach you how to fix a hedge trimmer and some gardeners have turned up cutting hedges. But anyway, what you got to do to fix this handle is you've got to take the air filter off. It's a T25 torque screwdriver, and you've got to take that air filter off so that you can get access a bit easier to the carburetor and the throttle linkages. Then, because the cable's got this channeling or conduit or whatever you want to call it on it, and it runs down inside the handle, you can't get it out very easy. So all I did is just undo the 4 Torx bolts that hold the tank on, just enough so you can slot the cable in or get it out. So just back them off a touch, obviously. Excuse the noise. It's like ASMR, sounds of the hedge trimmer without it running. This is one of my work tools, so it does get a lot of work. See, that just pulls back just enough so you can slot that cable in the channel. Take the handle out of the bag, one-handed. So they've got a bolt in which goes through the handle there on the machine. So you just got to back that off. You don't have to take out all of these because you'll obviously lose all the springs, and then it's a nightmare to put back together. So you just got to whip that out. And then obviously just slot her on, line that up. Let me put that in with my other hand. Right, managed to get that in. So you don't need to take the tank off to get that. If you've got a long enough screwdriver, you should be able to send it through and nip it up. So you've not actually touched the assembly on the handle. So as you can see, cable's still working. And it's just a matter of feeding your wire through. Put a cable tie around it if you're so pleased to. Well, I'll set that up and show you when I've done it. Now there is one important thing to point out. This arm here, it takes up the tension or the slack. You have to wind that screw in or out depending on how much travel you got on the cable, so that you idle and you can full throttle, which I've done. You've only got to twist that in and out. It's not too difficult to work out. And obviously I've got to take the cover off, top cover off, so that I can put the wires onto the coil to kill it. So just one other thing I thought I'd point out to you. You got normal threaded screws, or these machined screws. Now these with a coarser thread on them obviously go into the plastic there and there. If you try to jam one of these in the wrong hole, you'll risk breaking the aluminium casting. So just bear in mind that the two machined ones go into the plastic and the normal threaded ones go into the aluminium housing. Just thought I'd point that out to you. So obviously now I've got that off, it's just a matter of connecting the two wires onto the coil for my kill switch. I can do it. There we go. And then obviously you just got to make sure none of the wires touch the fan, otherwise it'll make a mess. So I'll just put that back together off camera because it's a bit of a fiddle trying to hold that and push wires in. Right, so as you can see, I've put the wires back in. It's not too difficult to do, it's just a bit fiddly trying to do it one-handed when you're holding the camera. And they just sort of sit in these little grooves, and then you can just tuck the remainder out of the way so that the housing sits on, like so. But before I put it all back together, this machine's a bit dirty, so I'm just going to give her a good clean up all round the cooling fins on the cylinder. Obviously, you just got to remember, you tighten your fuel tank bolts up. So there you go, all back together. Thanks for watching.